So the next thing we're going to look at is a choke, but I'm on the ground this time. So again, maybe I fell down, or I was pushed down, or I was already on the ground, so I'm on my back. And this time the attacker is going to be sitting on top of me. So when we say mount, we mean that they're on top of my body, controlling my hips to where I can't just look to stand up. So again, I need to be worried about that immediate threat if we're talking about a choke. So I'm going to need to deal with the choke, but I also have to deal with the fact that she's on top of me, or her position at the same time. So I can't just defend the choke and get her arms off, because now she's still in a great position to choke me again. So I'm going to change what I do just a little bit, and instead of isolating the wrists, I'm going to isolate kind of her forearms here. So I'm going to cross my arms over each other, and I'm going to look to drop down on her arms. And as I drop down on her arms, I'm going to lift my hips up and flip over here. So I'm looking again to disrupt her position on top of me as I deal with the choke. So again, she's on top. I want to be in almost like my guard stance, so my hands are up, my elbows are in. She's trying to choke me, which means her weight is this way. So that's going to help me as I go to defend this. Cross my arms over. I'm going to chop down hard on her arms. I'm going to lift my hips up. Hopefully what that does is it puts her head into the ground first as I flip over and I look to posture up. From here, I would send those strikes we learned, whether that's palm heel strikes, hammer fists, all the way down the body. I would look to get up and look to get away towards her head and towards where I can see what's going on. So again, go this way. My hands are up, elbows are in, the choke comes on, crossing my arms. I'm chopping down at her arms as I lift up, and I'm looking to flip over, send my strikes immediately so that I can look to get up and get back and away. If she's not choking, I can still do this similar motion where I need to affect her base, try to topple her over, control her arms, and flip her. But in this context with the choke, she's kind of controlling her arms for me, and I'm just using my body, driving down and lifting my hips up to help encourage her motion over so that I can get to my feet. So that's a mounted choke defense.